Hey guys, it's Livia at LearnLiveFly.com. I'm the confidence coach, and it is such a pleasure for me to share this with you today. Today's topic is reading, and especially for my homeschool kids, but it can be used for anyone, for actually any kind of a thing that you're looking for. So a couple years ago, I created this little bookmark. And it's like super easy. It says this, they put their name there, somebody's reading chart. Oh, come on, it doesn't want to focus. Focus. You to focus. There we go. Okay, and so it'll say January, February, all the months of the year, what their reading goal is. So sometimes this can be, I want to read 5 books if they're smaller, or I want to read this chapter book, and you list the name of it, or so many pages a day, or whatever. And then every time they do their goal, they fill this out. So it takes 30 spots, and down here you can put what the square equals. So the square could equal 1 page, or 1 book if it's a small book, or 10 minutes, or read 1 book with mom, or something like that, for especially your littles. And then this one, their prize for reaching their goal. This is really cool. So for littler kids, sometimes it is, you get a trip to the dollar store with mom, or we're gonna have ice cream, or I'm gonna go jump on you in the trampoline, or we're gonna play a game for a whole hour, just me and you, or you get a camp out in my room, or something like that, where it's something fun for them. For older kids, it could be, you know, depending on if this is like 30 chapter books, that would be huge. I encourage you to make it something shorter, like a chapter is 1 thing or something like that, because you want the kids to have this successful feeling of, oh, I did it, I filled it out. And my goal is to have it be something, so I just circle the month of whatever month it was, like November, December. Sometimes it's a little bit harder because of the holidays, so I'll circle November, December together, and that would be their goal for the whole 2 months. And then whatever they get on their goal, and then at the bottom it says the day that they completed it, and then the day they had their reward. So like I had one son, so this one is just a reading bookmark. And then I have an updated version that you can print out. I'll put the link down below, or you'll be on the page if you're there. But it should be at learnlivefly.com/read. And that you can print this out. It comes 4 on a page, and you just print it on cardstock, cut it up, and use it for all your kids. I just keep a whole stack in my homeschool book, so we can get out the next one without having to go reprint. And you can print them black and white if you want. I like to have them pretty, so I take them to the print shop. And then on the back side of the other one, it has a list for where you can write down the books they read, because then they can just keep their bookmarks and they can remember, these are the books that I read, which is really cool. And actually, I kind of think I want to do it for me, because sometimes I get distracted and don't do my books as often either. But it would be cool to have the list of books that I read in that time frame on the back, which is cool. So, and maybe I'll start using it for me as well. Anyways, and if you have a goal that isn't a reading goal, this one's just specifically for reading goal. If you want the other one, go to LearnLiveFly/resources, or just go to homepage and then click on resources. And I have another one that is a 30-day goal. I have one that's for scripture reading, and then I have a specific generic one that you can use for any goals. So I was give you kind of an example on that one. I had a 5-year-old who kept coming in my bed every night, and I was like, oh, we've got to do something about this, right? I'm not sleeping as well as I want to. And so I made him this goal, and I said, okay, if you sleep in your bed for 30 days and you don't come in mine, then what is it you want? And he wanted a giant lollipop and a ride on a Ferris wheel. So we live in Utah, and there's a Scheels close by, and they have a Ferris wheel inside. It's $1 to go ride this Ferris wheel. So that was his deal, and it took him probably 45 days, but he did it, and he got all 30 days, and he was so excited, and every morning getting up and being like, can I mark off my square? I did it. And it was this excitement and this passion for doing something that is helping him create a good habit in his life. So that was super cool. So I encourage you, check that out. Check out the reading bookmark and all of that. And then if you have kids who like to be crazy all over the place and you want to help them to stay calm, there's a couple things that we do. First thing, I have a fidget box, did I call it a fidget box? I think I do. And it has like our family reading book in it. So I try every day as much as possible. Some days we do miss, but I have a family reading book that I read, and we will read the book together, and we'll sit and I'll snuggle with each of the kids for a couple pages or a chapter, depending on how long the book is. So I get this special one-on-one bonding time with each of my children, and then I have this fidget box for anyone else who needs something to do. So it has like those stress balls they can squeeze, or little manipulative toys, or like when my one son was little, we had a little jar with puff balls, and there was a hole in the lid, and you'd puff the puff balls down in the lid. Different things like that. Something quiet that keeps their hands busy, but their minds can focus on what we're reading. And sometimes we'll take out like the Lego box and put it on the floor, and we'll let the little ones play so they're listening while we're reading the chapter book. And then I will stop in between, and I'll leave a comment, and I'll say, hey, what do you think about this? What would you do in that situation? Or how would you feel if that happened to you? And it's starting these conversations about life and about critical thinking. What would you do in this situation? And giving my kids the chance to expand their mind that way in what they would do. So that was awesome. The other thing that helps is if you have kids, especially with like bookwork or writing and stuff like that, if they're having a hard time sitting still or you just need them to help focus. I'm a big fan of essential oils, for those of you who know me personally. I love them. They've been my main source of healthcare for the last 7 years, since 2011, so whenever you're watching this, that long. This is one of my favorite ones for focus. It's called Intune. There you go. There you go, Intune. It's called Intune, and it's fabulous. And it, here, the smell-o-vision, right? Smell-o-vision. Woo, smells so good. Anyways, but you just put it right here behind their neck, behind the ears, and back on the back of the neck. And then inhale it, or you can put it down their spine. For anyone who has like focusing issues and things like that, works really well to help in the morning. If your kids do go to school, put it on the bottom of their feet, on their spine before they go to school. It will help them to focus. Or there's different things like this. So this is a diffuser bracelet that I have, and I can just put the oil on the lava beads and it soaks in. And then I could take it with me wherever I go, and I love it. So there's different things like that. If you have questions about that and you want more help with that, reach out to me. I think I can put the link for that down below as well. Or just go to learnlivefly.com, click contact us, send me a message, and I will get back with you and we can talk about oils and all the things that will help you to help your kids to focus and help you in whatever method of your health that you need. Anyways, so I encourage you, check it out, reading goals and other goals and free resources on my website and all those things. But check it out. Thank you for coming. I hope it blesses your life as it has blessed mine. Oh, and I'm doing book reviews. I just decided this. I keep reading these books. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I want to just tell people everything that I'm learning. And so I'm starting to do little videos on Facebook or on YouTube. And I will post them of just different books that I've read or library books that we check out and we think, oh, this is a really great one that has a good message and a good moral and helps me to connect with my kids and to learn important skills for life. So check it out. Just make sure you subscribe on my website and then go subscribe on the YouTube channel so you'll get those as well. There's a bunch of different trainings and things on there too. So have a fabulous day and I will talk to you soon.